Hello Virgo and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. First I want to wish everybody a very happy new year. This is your January love and relationship reading. We're going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in this area. But as usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. So let's jump into it first with your animal spirit oracle, which for you is the brown bear spirit. Take time out. This is pretty much like a Virgo energy of the hermit, because this is kind of like advising you that this is not necessarily the time for you to push things forward. This is the time for you to meditate, the time for you to rethink things, and sometimes this is when you're able to create new plans, forge new ideas, and move forward after that. So the message is kind of clear that take some time out, take some rest, and recover from whatever going through in your love life. Now in the center of your reading you have the Four of Swords, which is also kind of all about taking some time off, because this is the card of recovery. This is the card of healing, as well, when you're kind of taking a break from something. So when you kind of look at it, Four of Swords is following the Three of Swords, which is a heartbreak, which is some kind of a painful experience. So it might be that some of you might have gone through some kind of a painful experience that you've been recovering from a relationship perspective. This is kind of like the healing energy. Some of you might be healing from something physically as well. Now if you're in a relationship, maybe you need to kind of take a time off from a little bit and rest. For some of you it might be that you need to take a trip somewhere, but this is kind of like this energy where things are not necessarily moving forward. Like it's a very still stand energy, where you're kind of just meditating and rethinking things, and but this is kind of like also one of those times when you're kind of getting the ideas, getting the new things in your life, how to move forward. This is kind of like a blessing in the disguise as well. Let's start what your reading is going to be all about. So the first card of your reading is Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is the card of lying, cheating, stealing, but is also the card of rethinking your strategies and your approach. So some of you might have gone through some difficulties in your relationship, or in a previous relationship where the person was not honest with you. The person might have cheated you as well. This is kind of like the typical card of cheating and dishonesty. So some of you might have gone through that, and maybe that's what you're recovering from with the Four of Swords energy. Seven of Swords can also mean that you need to kind of rethink things in your life. You need to kind of try to have a different approach to things, and don't just follow the previous path, whatever you've been doing. Maybe if you're kind of trying to find a partner, try to approach it from a different point of view. Or in your relationship, don't just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Try something new. Next card we have here is the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is kind of like the card of fears, anxieties, and nightmares as well. So probably some of you are having some thoughts, some fears. Maybe you are afraid of your partner cheating on you if you are in a relationship. If you are single, maybe you're just kind of afraid that you're never gonna find somebody. But there's definitely some nightmares where you're kind of your thought process is kind of taking over, and it's not letting you to sleep. So this is kind of like the time when you need to kind of maybe rest a little bit more and rethink things, and try to meditate, because you're kind of overthinking. And sometimes when you're kind of in this overthinking mode, the best thing is to kind of just let it go and find some meditation practices that will help you to kind of calm down, because I kind of sense that your thoughts are in overdrive mode. Now the next one is kind of the Page of Wands, which is an interesting one. Pages generally bring some kind of a message. It can be a person that's younger than you, or it can be children as well. Generally this is a card that's kind of like very passionate, very adventurous, and likes new things in life. So maybe somebody has been calling you for an adventure, and that's kind of maybe you went along this adventure, or your partner went along this adventure, and this kind of went into cheating, and maybe that's kind of the one that's causing all of these fears and anxieties. But it might be that for some of you that you kind of got news of it, and it kind of, this news kind of liberated you, because I kind of feel that, okay, this is kind of like those stones are off of your chest, right? So I kind of get that sense with when you kind of look at her, how liberated she feels. Maybe this news, whatever you kind of received, first it was creating your anxieties, but it kind of lifting you up. That's kind of what I'm feeling from it. Now the next card we have here is another sword, the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is all about, like, you know, feeling trapped in a situation, not seeing the way out of a situation. This can be a relationship, this can be the fact that you might be trying to find somebody, but you know, this is kind of like, I love this card, the way it's depicts this message, because you can kind of see that she sees herself in a mirror, all bound, and cannot see a way out. But this is really just her thoughts. There is a way out from it, and she needs to kind of relax a little bit. Like, you know, you kind of have Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. There's lots, Four of Swords. There's a lot of thoughts in this card. Like you know, your thoughts are really in overdrive, because that's what the Eight of Swords is, when you're kind of thinking, over analyzing, and because you're kind of getting into this analysis paralysis mode with Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. So definitely you need to kind of calm your mind down a little bit. And the next we have here is the Six of Swords. So lots of swords energy, lots of thoughts, lots of air. Six of Swords is all about moving to calmer waters, like leaving something behind, leaving the stormy weathers behind, and arriving to calm weathers. So this is actually great, because this is showing that obviously you've been through some difficult times where things were not good. That's kind of indicated by all of these Eight and Nine of Swords energy, and definitely the Four of Swords from recovering from it. So I think you're leaving things in the past. If you kind of some of you might be leaving just the difficult time in the past. Some of you might be deciding to leave a partner in the past. Some of you might be leaving solitude behind you as well. Definitely the great indication of the Six of Swords that you are leaving the troubles in the past, and finally a great time is coming for you. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. That's an indication that the reading helped you, and you can also help me to grow the channel to make sure that the message gets out to as many people as possible. And for you, it is only costing a push of a button, so I hope that you already pushed those like and subscribe buttons. But I'm always very happy to read in the comment how this reading is resonating with your life, if you're willing to share. So the next we have here is the Queen of Wands, which is a lovely energy. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is very attractive, somebody who can get whatever she wants, or get the person who she wants, when we're kind of looking at it from a relationship perspective. She is very adventurous, she is very productive, and you know, she doesn't care what everybody else is saying or thinking about her, because you know, she's just so magnetic. So this can indicate that this time you're going to be so magnetic, and you're going to be able to attract the partner you want, or attract the person that you want. And it is a lovely energy from the Queen of Wands. Now the next we have here is the Hermit energy, which is the Virgo energy overall. And the Hermit is all about, like, you know, taking some time out, right? Taking time out. That was your main message, and really rethinking whatever you want. Some of you are rethinking whatever you want from this current relationship. Some of you are rethinking whatever you want generally from relationships. This is kind of like the time when you're kind of spending alone, you're meditating, you are kind of rediscovering yourself. Some of you might be single for a while, like, you know, with the Four of Swords and with the Hermit energy. Some of you might be thinking, might be single for a while. But it's kind of very interesting that you have three nines. You have the Nine of Swords, you have the Hermit 9, and the brown bear is 9. So 999, maybe this is an angel number that you might be seeing all over the place. Definitely need to pay attention to it if that's the case. If you have like three nines, that can be an indication that you're very close to achieving something in your life. You just need to do one thing. One thing is missing. But I strongly recommend you to look up the angel number 999. And the last we have here is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is kind of showing that you are protecting yourself. You are in a very meditative state, and some people might be attacking you. Some people might be kind of trying to get whatever you have. Now this is kind of like the card when outside forces are attacking you. Now this can be that, outside forces can be maybe some third parties are trying to seduce you or seduce your partner. Maybe family members are questioning you about your relationship status or about your choices. So what is really great in the Seven of Wands that you're able to predict these, and you're able to weather these attacks or whatever they are. And you can see that how she's in a bubble. She's so protected, and it's very great to see because you have also the Queen of Wands. And if you remember, we talked about the Queen of Wands. She doesn't care whatever others are saying. So if you're kind of getting questions from left, right, and center, just have your Queen of Wands mindset on that. I don't give a damn. I am who I am, and I can get whatever or whoever I want. And let's see, at the bottom of the deck, you do have the Temperance, which is all about patience, all about taking time off, and taking one step at a time. So especially if you're kind of recovering from something, some kind of a negative experience, it's very important that you are not rushing into anything. And that's kind of your message. Like you have the Hermit, you have the Four of Swords, you have the Temperance, and the take time out message. So just try to kind of focus on yourself at this time. I think that's kind of the most important message. Focus on yourself. Don't rush into anything, and just let the universe do whatever it has to do. So I hope that this reading helped you, and I'll be able to welcome you again.